Okay. So, Chinese civilization. Two major river systems dominate China. Both flow generally west to east, but in a weaving pattern that follows the contours of the landscape. The Hanghe, or Yellow River, is in the north. Changjiang, or Yangtze River, is in the south. Chinese civilization arose in the valleys of both of these rivers at about the same time. Early farmers were attracted to the fertile yellow soil known as loess that blankets the broad plains of the Yellow River. Yellow silt clouds the river, giving it its name. Farmers in the valley grew millet, a cereal grain, using dry farming rather than irrigation. To make up for lack of rain, they planted drought resistant millet and learned ways to conserve soil moisture. The agricultural settlements that appeared in the valley grow in population and complexity. By around 2000 BCE, several of them reflected key characteristics of civilization. Within large centers surrounded by defensive walls, artisans specialized in the making of ceramic pottery and the carving of jade, a semi precious stone. They also worked copper and later bronze. Societies evolved a hierarchy, with a privileged minority at the top whose members could afford luxury goods obtained through long distant trade. The Shang dynasty came to power in the Yellow River Valley around 1600 BCE. The Shang may simply be one of several early Chinese civilizations, but it is China's first historical state that is. The Shang were the first to record their dynasty's history using a formal writing system. The writing or script consisted of pictograms that stood for objects and ideas. That script appeared on bronze vessels, silk, and strips of bamboo linked with thread. It also appeared on what were called oracle bones. These cattle bones and tortoise shells served a special purpose. Shang diviners, persons who used magic to predict the future, first posed a question and then applied heat to the bones, causing cracks to form. The diviner then interpreted the cracks with the goal of predicting the future. A typical question concerned the health of the king or the success of warfare, hunting, or crops. On each oracle bone, they wrote the date and the question and sometimes the interpretation. Thus, oracle bones comprised an important source of historical information about ancient China. Civilization arose in a similar way to the south in the Yangtze River Valley, while cities with hierarchical societies developed within an agricultural setting. However, farmers in this warmer and wetter region of China cultivated rice rather than millet, and they diverted waters from the rivers as needed to irrigate their crops. Chinese scholars refer to the several complex states that formed along the Yangtze as the Changjiang civilization. A key city in this civilization was Sangadoy. In workshops outside the massive walls of the city, artisans crafted a variety of objects from clay, jade, ivory, turquoise, and bronze. The bronzes are particularly impressive. Once a statue of a man wearing a crown stands more than 8 feet tall. Another, a sculpted tree with leaves, buds, and fruit, and a bird perched on each branch, rises 13 feet in the air.